Okay, hopefully you had a good go at creating a welcome message that asks them something and then provides a response. So let's go through these one at a time. So first I'm going to provide a welcome message. I'm going to use print, then brackets, and then inside the quotation marks, hi there, friend. Fantastic. So just remember, if you don't have quotation marks, it's going to throw an error. So there you go, it's going to say syntax error, invalid syntax. So you need to make sure that you have these quotation marks. Now we need to ask something about them. So I'm going to do, for asking, in the previous lecture we did input. So I'm going to try something like that. I'm just going to say, how are you today? And then I'm going to add a space at the end. Because if I don't add a space, it just looks a bit weird. Whereas if you add a space, it just looks slightly better formatted, in my opinion anyway. If you get things stalling like this when the asterisk is just still there, you can just press the stop and then it should work in a second. If it doesn't work after that, what you do is go to kernel and then you just do restart. And that restarts the whole thing and then it should work just fine. Okay, fantastic. So let's just let's get rid of that because that's untidy. That's better. Okay, so we've now got an input. I'm fine, thanks. Great. So that outputs what I've entered, but I actually want to be able to respond with what's been written. So in order to do that, I'm going to what we could do is something a bit convoluted where we could say print you are plus input. But that's all a bit messy and who knows if it'll actually work. What you want to do is store this in a variable. So I'm going to put user underscore response equals. And you may have noticed in JavaScript we were often using camel case, so like this. If there were two words, I would just have the first letter of the second word as a capital. Now in Python, a lot of people just use underscores to separate them, which I quite like doing in Python as well. So I'm going to be using that kind of syntax for Python. But it's not required. You could do either or. It's just better practice from what I've seen. So we're now going to store this in a variable. So we're going to do this again. Just going to put good. Okay, so that's storing it. And now, so we've done this. Tick. We've given the welcome message. We've asked something about them. Now we want to respond with a welcome message that includes the answer to what I've asked. So I'm going to print off your response was, then colon and a space, so it looks nicely spaced. And then you might remember the hint I gave that you can then add on this user response. And then I'm going to add another string after that saying, with a full stop, because I'm going to imagine the user doesn't actually put in a full stop, so I'm going to put full stop space. Thanks for letting me know. This is a very friendly program, as you can see. So, hi there friend, how are you today? I am feeling good. Your response was, I'm feeling good, thanks for letting me know. So we can then tick off this response, this to-do item as well. Fantastic. So what have we done in this practical? We've gone over print, then we've gone over input and how we can store that in a variable, and then how we can combine a variable and a string in our print to give a nice response message that includes what the user put in. So hopefully that makes sense to you. If not, go back over it and have another go, and then I'll see you in the next lecture.